initiatives. You know, the, quote, left didn't like that, and I didn't like it either. Now Obama's all for the faith-based initiative, and what this is...
I don't like it either.
It's a whole bunch of different programs. If you look
we have 1 minute, by the way, Alex.
Okay, if you look at what they're setting up with these brigades, and I have the Philadelphia Daily News and others, it is tattletale squads, it is warrant service. This is going to be one group that's armed, like in the Stasi in East Germany, then with the rest of the people disarmed. And no, what Rahm Emanuel wants is not what Thomas Jefferson was calling for.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think that we need to be having these conversations and raising these issues. Your concern about national health care, I'd like to get into at some point, too. Let's take calls from our listeners, though, and see what they have to say.
Absolutely, Tom. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for having me on your show. I know you're very well respected. I know you've said kind things about 9/11 Truth. We now have one of the heads of the 9/11 Commission coming out and saying it was all a big lie with the Pentagon. I'm sure you saw that.
Yeah, I did. And Alex, thank you for participating with me on the show. And, you know, there's a lot of areas where we disagree. There's a lot of areas where we agree. And I think that this kind of conversation needs to happen more often in America. We're going to a break. We'll come back after the break, and which will resolve, by the way, Alex, if my numbers are right, at about 34 after. And we'll be taking calls from my callers. You'll be taking calls from your callers. We'll alternate them, and we'll see what comes out of it.
Okay, Tom. Thank you.
An interesting time. The Alex Jones Show, the Tom Hartman Show, PrisonPlanet.com, Infowars.com, TomHartman.com. However you spell it will get you there. We'll be right back.
Okay, they have more breaks than we do. People gripe about our breaks, but we actually have 14 minutes an hour. Industry standard's about 20 an hour now. So for all you whining about that, well, then buy some of the books and videos so we can fund this operation. We get rid of all the ads. We had enough funding, except that it wouldn't be tailored for AM and FM stations out there. A lot of exciting things happening with the show. You know, for years, Ted Anderson's tried to get us on XM and Sirius, and looks like that's going to be happening by next month. Just going to leave it at that for you. A lot of hurdles to jump on that issue. And I'm sure you've heard my Obama deception ad airing on Rush Limbaugh. And Ted Anderson is doing that as an investment. He told me the numbers. He's actually losing money doing it, but that's what Ted does. He spent $100 and something grand flying airplanes around with Ron Paul banners on it. He got about 30 grand of donations, and he spent about 100 above that on Ron Paul airplanes. And people could say, oh, well, it didn't affect change. He failed. No, people are waking up to liberty and knowing there's an alternative to the controlled left or controlled right. And so I'm basically selling the Obama deception to Ted at cost, and he is running ads on Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, all of them. He got a very good deal because radio is in a lot of trouble right now because the rest of the economy is. Ted looked into this about a year ago, and the price is about half what it was then. And so people are calling me going, what's this? You're in league with Rush Limbaugh. No. It's what Tom Hartman was saying. We are infiltrating. Can you imagine all of the big line Republicans tune into Rush Limbaugh? They hear a film exposing Barack Obama, and what they get is a film exposing Barack Obama and the big banks and the Republicans and the whole stinking system. So it's a beautiful thing, and so that's what your support of Ted Anderson and the work he's doing is causing as well. Why is my shirt off? Well, because I'm literally almost shirtless right now from the taxes I pay. I know it's a fraud to the Federal Reserve, but I'm not going to fight that battle. If I did that, they would come arrest me, put me in prison, selectively enforce on me. So I pay the mafia, the money of the private banks, so I can stay on the air and expose these criminals for what they are. So I am shirtless. Somebody buy me a shirt. Help me. Come on. I'm in trouble.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Are you concerned for the safety of your loved ones? Listen closely to this message from pepperspray.com. Every 22 seconds a violent crime is committed. America has changed, and your personal safety is your first priority. Be smart. Be safe. Trust pepper spray instead of your luck. Pepperspray.com is the only website you'll ever need for all of your non-lethal self-defense supplies. Pepperspray.com carries one of the largest assortments of pepper spray and personal safety products on the web. From big to small, we have it all. Pepper spray, mace, animal repellents, stun guns, and tasers. Pepperspray.com also carries a large assortment of products for personal, home, child, and pet safety. Enter SAFE in the coupon coupon box and you'll receive a special discount off of your order. So what are you waiting for? Go to pepperspray.com. That's pepperspray.com or call 1-800-908-9988 today.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Hi, this is Peter Kronschnabel with Midas Resources. As you know, government spending is at an all-time high and inflation is on the rise. What are you doing right now to protect yourself financially? As the economy continues to deteriorate due to corporate greed and government intervention, more people will lose their jobs and worse, their life savings. Having your hard-earned money in banks, the stock market, or any other paper asset is a lose-lose deal. You'll lose on your capital investment and you'll lose purchasing power as the dollar continues to devalue. One thing is certain, having physical possession of gold and silver will guarantee that no matter what happens, your investment will never be worthless. If you've been thinking about investing in the physical possession of precious metals, I can help. Call me today, Peter Kronschnabel, at 800-686-2237, extension 108, and I will take the time personally to put together a portfolio designed to protect what you've worked so hard for. Call Peter, 800-686-2237, extension 108. You've worked hard your whole life, and I want to work hard for you. Call 800-686-2237, extension 108.
To pay taxes, to build roads, and help the homeless. And the phony right wing always focuses in on the welfare to dependent mothers and mothers with dependent children. They always focus in on a very small part of it. If you look at the $12.8 trillion spent, it's about 1 to 30. So we're talking about $12+ trillion for the bankers, and then a few $100 billion for the people. And then with that $100 billion, $200 billion or so that go to the people, there's all these strings attached to it and all this expanding federal control. Here we go. Back with Thom Hartmann.
34 minutes past the hour. Thom Hartmann here with you, and we're simulcasting with Alex Jones. I am the notorious liberal. He is the paleo conservative. Alex, you here?
Yes, I am. It's good to be here with you. Very exciting. Let's go to some of your phone calls.
Okay, we'll alternate them. By the way, your phone number for your callers?
Oh, I hadn't thought to take calls while we're doing this. Sure, it's 1-800-259-9231, 1-800-259-9231, and I will go ahead and punch up my call screen.
Okay, great. And we'll take some of my calls. We'll take some of your calls. We'll see what happens here.
Tom, this is really fun, and I appreciate you plugging the Obama Deception. I hope folks will get the DVD at Infowars.com. They're authorized to make copies of it and give it to people, because after the IRS check I just signed, because they've gotten rid of so many of the loopholes and things even for business and the depreciation schedule, that I'm basically broke right now. So I hope folks will go to Infowars.com. I'm sure you had fun just paying the private Federal Reserve. Plug some of your stuff. Plug your book.
Alex, I got nothing to plug here. My show, I got some books.
Take it. It's yours. My shirt.
But let me just...
You want everything Here, take my watch.
Alex, I am pleased to pay taxes, and because I consider taxes to be the price of admission in a civil society. I want there to be police who are protecting my home. I want the fire department to show up. I think that we need to have a good public education system. I'd like to have a good national health care system. I'm sick and tired of seeing people like Bill McGuire take $1 billion paycheck from United Healthcare.
Most of the money goes to corporate welfare. That's what the right's got wrong. They think corporations are perfect and have done no wrong. Meanwhile, it's all corporate welfare, 30-1, and the 1%. I mean, cities.
Well, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're singing my song, but I, my point is that's. The taxes aren't the issue, but let's pick up some phone calls here and see what Rita in Los Angeles. Let's do on K Talk in L.A. Hey, Rita.